everyone, this is Jennifer Norman. Welcome to day 5 of the From My Closet project. It's a project that I started to help bring a little bit of joy and inspiration to the world at this time. Today, I wanted to talk about our feelings, how people are feeling when they don't have work, when they don't have something that they usually rely on or that they do all the time. That often becomes a big part of their own identities. Career, what your title is, what your roles are, these all do help to define us. And so when those are taken away from us suddenly, there's a tremendous sense of loss, there's a tremendous sense of confusion, there's a tremendous sense of anxiety, and a lot of times we just really get left feeling helpless and spiraling. One thing that I had heard on a podcast, I think that it was Bishop T.D. Jakes say, really resonated with me. And I kind of hold on to that deep down inside, so I wanted to kind of pass that along to you if you haven't heard it. And that is that we should think of ourselves as a nice, ripe, juicy apple. When we look at the apple from the outside, there's the skin. But we are not the skin. It's not really who we are inside, is it? It's just what people might see or might think of us on the outside. It's not even really the fleshy part. It's not the stuff that's the emotions and all the things that we get hung up on that kind of, occupy our minds, occupy our emotions. It's really what happens when we get down and kind of sink our teeth into that core where we find all of the seeds. When we look at the apple, we should really see an orchard. We should really think about the potential that we have when we get planted, when we're able to kind of spread out and let others see our message, when we get watered and we nurture ourselves, and then we're able to blossom and then really turn into something wonderful. Our messages and our beings multiply, and we become this beautiful orchard. I really resonated with that idea, because I think that a lot of times we forget how powerful we are. We forget who we are, we forget how powerful we are, and the fact that we have so much inside of us because of what's happening around us. And too often we let what is happening around us and what people say about us define us. But really, I think that it is something that is worth thinking about at this time. If we take that quiet moment, if we take that quiet space to really remember that we are super, super divine. We have so much great potential inside each of us. And we shouldn't let just a setback such as what we're all going through right now get in the way of us remembering the strength that we have, the fortitude that we have, the power that we have to really make things better. And so how can we make things better? One thing that we can do is not give in to the temptation of misery loves company. I think that with a lot of the swirling negativity, a lot of the swirling panic, a lot of the swirling anxiety that happens, it's very easy to kind of catch on into that frenzy. But if we're able to ground ourselves, and if we're able to really establish a sense of self and a sense of self-worth inside, then I think that helps us to, once we are planted, make sure that our tree has strong roots and that we have a strong trunk and that we're able to kind of withstand all of the storms that kind of swirl around us. So I hope that was a little bit of inspiration for you. It's a little bit shorter than some of the past messages that I've had. I'm trying to be mindful of the time that you have and enable you to kind of share that with your family and friends. So at this time with reflection, I thought it'd be nice to kind of come into my closet and pick something out that I want to pass on to somebody out there that might be interested in it, might find joy from it. As I was looking around, I'm noticing that I actually, and even though I'm planning to give away about 30 days worth of items, there is still some things left here to give. And this one I think is going to make somebody extremely happy. It made me extremely happy for a period of time, but it's ready for its life someplace else and to move on. Remember that when I offer you a gift, it truly is a gift with no strings attached. All you have to do is make yourself known that you want the gift or that you're interested in it, and then be able to communicate your shipping address to me so that I can send it to you. You can take it, you can use it, you can gift it to somebody else, you can resell it. It doesn't matter to me what you do with it or what you do to it, frankly. I just hope that it brings you a little bit of joy as it changes hands from mine to yours and changes from my house over to your house. I do believe in making sure that my items are pure so that they leave my house and they bring only positive, clean energy to yours. I always tell people I believe in sage, but I also believe in Lysol. So be sure that when I send you these items, they're going to be clean and you don't have to worry about too much as far as the transfer of things that you kind of don't want on them. This is actually something in a Chanel sack, yes. And let me see if I can try to open it with one hand. I think I can. Some of you have probably seen me use this. I've actually used this several times, but I'm ready for it to be released because, I don't know, I'm just kind of like moving away from, you know, it's so funny. I have, being of Korean descent, I have other Korean friends who, you know, I usually don't like to stereotype, but I kind of found it amusing. I think that if you're of a certain race, it's probably okay to make fun of your own race in certain ways. And one of my friends used to say, you know, Koreans, we're the Jews of Asia. And then the other person who's also Korean said, no, we're not the Jews of Asia. We're the Italians of Asia. I don't know. Either way, I think that they were making a point about how materialistic that we can be and what label whores we can be at certain times. But this is a really gorgeous quilted bag. It's actually kind of like a double layered bag. It's got white leather on the outside and it has pink suede as kind of like a faux interior. And you can see that it does have the chain link handles. It has 2 of those. And then it also has a double leather handle that you can kind of use as a handbag. I do still have the tags for this. I think that this one new was probably several $1,000s. And so it's pretty valuable. I think whoever gets this will really enjoy it. So I would encourage you to raise your hand pretty quickly so that if you do want it, that you'll be sure to get it. I only have one, unfortunately, so once it's gone, it's gone, and then you'll need to wait until tomorrow until the next thing that I end up sending out. If you're interested in making a donation, a contribution to the cause, that would be so appreciative. All of those donations go straight to charity. And I will leave the PayPal account in the comments so that you can take a look and see what that is. And I appreciate those who have contributed already. And so, yeah, until tomorrow, please remember how powerful you are. Remember that you have it. You can get through anything. I'm cheering for you, and I hope that your family and your friends also are. And we're all in this together, okay? Take care.